In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can undo, edit, or stop your orders. The first thing I'm going to do here is show you what to do if you have not filed your orders yet and you want to change a detail about them. So for this patient, I have a BMP ordered with a routine priority today, now, with a status of new, which means I haven't filed it yet, ordered by me. I think I'd like to change this lab to an urgent priority, so what I can do is highlight it by clicking on it, going down to the bottom and clicking on Edit. And you'll recognize this screen because it's what comes up when you first go in to place the order. I'm going to change the routine priority to an urgent priority. All I have to do is click OK to save my changes. And you'll see up here that the new orders show BMP with an urgent priority today now. Still new, still means I have to file it. Now what if I want to get rid of this BMP entirely before I've filed it? Well, I click on it, and I can click undo here at the bottom. A little confirmation screen pops up, erase BMP, basic metabolic profile lab, yes or no. So I still want to get rid of it, I'll click yes, and it's totally disappeared from it. Now what if I decide that instead of a BMP, I'd like to order a CMP on this patient? Can I go in here and change BMP to CMP? Unfortunately no. I have to stop this order, click undo because I haven't filed it yet, click yes, I want to undo it, and search again for CMP. And select it as I normally would. So here I have as a new order on my patient a comprehensive metabolic profile, and I'm going to save it, enter my PIN, and my CMP shows up at the top of my current orders as an active order under labs. Now, on second thought, I think I'd like to change the routine priority to an urgent priority. How do I go about editing it once the status is active? Well, same way as I do before the status is active. I click on it, click edit. The screen looks a little different now that it's active. I change the priority here to urgent, click OK to save my changes. And you'll notice on this screen that the orders look a little different. The CMP with a routine priority, the status is changed to request canceled, and a new order for CMP with an urgent priority is listed as a new order. Now I have to click OK to save my changes. And I have here a CMP with a routine priority today is canceled, and a CMP with an urgent priority is active. This order will disappear from my order screen once the lab is acknowledged that the routine priority lab draw is canceled. Now what if I want to discontinue my CMP entirely? What if I want to get it completely off the tracker, don't change anything at all? Well, I highlight the active order. Remember we had one with a request canceled, so we don't need to worry about that one. Highlight the one with the active order, and instead of hitting undo this time, since the order is active, we're going to hit stop. When you hit stop on a procedural order or nursing order, anything like that, the reason for cancellation defaults as MD ordered. The doctor said so. Clerical is able to change this to a couple of other things, but you don't need to worry about it. Just leave it defaulted as MD order. Then click OK to save your changes. And a green request canceled appears for your CMP. That means you have to click save, save your changes, and now your CMP is totally gone. Stopping an active medication is similar to stopping an active procedural or nursing order, except you can specify what time you want to stop the medication. So let's say I want to stop this patient's metformin. I highlight the medication, I hit stop. Stop date and time defaults to today and now, so I can say, okay, we're no longer going to give the medication starting right now. But I can also change this to I'd like the patient to stop taking it tomorrow morning and backspace that. And now the patient's medication will be stopped tomorrow the 5th at 6 a.m. There is one very important thing to remember if you're choosing to discontinue an active one-time medication. So for this patient we have a one-time dilaudid injection. The status is once. When you have a one-time medication, it automatically discontinues 1 minute after the order has been placed and verified. So it has a little status here of stop and renew. It's been stopped today, 1 minute after it was given. When you're going to stop something like this, you have to make it very clear that you don't want this to be administered. If you just say that it's discontinued, well, it was already discontinued. Nobody knows that you actually don't want it to be given to the patient. So you have to select the medication, click stop. Stop date and time defaults to today and now. You leave it like that. And the reason for stop, you actually have to edit and select cancel. Do not administer. I'm going to show you that one more time because that's so important. You have to go into this drop-down menu and select cancel, do not administer. This communicates very clearly to the nurse that you actually do not want this one-time medication to be given to the patient. It's not just discontinued. You don't want them to get it at all. Hit OK to save your changes. There's a little request canceled in green here. That means you have to save it. Enter your PIN. And even though the request canceled has gone through, it's probably a good idea to go and verbally let the nurse know, hey, I really don't want this to be given to the patient.